From Tiger Field in Belton, Texas, where the Wesley College Wolverines have hung on to win the South Region Championship, a 27-24 victory over Mary Hardin-Baylor. Sean Greene alongside Jason Bowen. And Jason, Wesley played a near-perfect first half, 3 touchdown passes by Shane McSweeney, but then had to hang on as the crew fought back.
Yeah, I mean, this game you just say, you play a very good football team. Wesley came out early in the game into the wind and put together an 80-yard, 17-play drive that took 9 minutes off the clock and put them up early. The crew answered with the field goal, but the Wolverines, a la the 2005 game, were able to hit a couple of deep passes and get into the end zone, take that 21-3 lead. And then the second half started, and it became hang-on mode.
Yeah, Ladero Bailey throwing interceptions on 3 straight drives, bracketing the first half, and really what turns out to be a big one at the end of the first half by Micah Sadu, who ended up with a second-half pick as well. Sustin Capapula, another linebacker, with an interception for Wesley. But then Mary Hardin-Baylor would get into a rhythm. Ladero Bailey throwing a pair of touchdown passes in the fourth quarter. Michael Johnson, a 1-yard touchdown run, and Mary Hardin-Baylor actually had the football down by 3, 27-24, just outside of field goal range. We're on a 4th and 3. The freshman, Sustin Capapula, was able to hit Bailey as he attempted to throw a pass. It fell to the turf, and Wesley wins its 3rd straight South Region Championship.
Yeah, and it was, a hang-on mode for Wesley. They were really beat up defensively, missing a few key starters. And, you got to credit, Mike Drass credited in the post-game conference, said we just got to coach better in that situation to have those guys ready. But Capapula came up with a big play. I think another thing that deserves mention is Wesley had a chance to put the game away. In the series before, McSweeney broke on 3rd and 8 and appeared to have the first down, but then slid instead of, if you watch Shane McSweeney play, he never slides. He slid, and they started where he slid. Well, he started sliding at the 40. He needed to make the 39. I think his butt landed at the 38 when he slid, but it was a good call by the referees, and the crew held on 4th and 1 on a quarterback sneak, and that gave them a chance. But that Wesley defense was able to make one more play and come away with the victory.
The quarterback battle today, Shane McSweeney, 15 of 22, 253 yards and 4 touchdowns. Also rushed 25 times for 114. Ladero Bailey, the junior for Mary Hardin-Baylor, he'll be back next year, 14 of 27, 199 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 big interceptions. But Wesley did a great job on him in the run game, had just 31 rushing yards, and you just don't do that against Bailey often.
Yeah, they did a good job of keeping Bailey in the pocket, and he's really improved as a quarterback and did a nice job throwing from the pocket today, especially in the second half, but those picks really hurt him.
On the defensive side, we mentioned the linebackers, the interceptions by Micah Sadu, who had 2, Sustin Capapula, who had 1, and also Jeff Morgan ended up with 14 stops in this game, and really he's a big reason why Bailey was never able to get on track.
Yeah, they were always, they did a good job, finally piecing it together. Jeff Morgan played all over the field, played some DN too, with Chris Mays, of course, being out for this football game, the All-American defensive end for Wesley. And, it was a big moment at the end of the game, and the Wolverines hang on, and they'll be taking on Mount Union, a rematch of the 2009 semifinal game out in Alliance next Saturday.
And that game was 24-7. We will see what happens on Saturday at noon. Of course, we'll have that game for you right here on 1150 AM WDEL. So from Belton, Texas, again,